Hey guys, welcome to Steve's Trivia. I'm Steve. This is my trivia. That's how it works. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to ask you guys 3 rounds of 3 questions apiece. I'll read the questions first. You write down the answers, or you can think about them, or you can play with your friends, whatever you want to do. And then we'll take a break, and then I will give you the answers after that. And we're going to repeat that 3 times today. That's how the game is played. What do you say we start with round number 1? All right, round number 1. Now, all of these rounds are going to be different. They're all going to have different themes with interesting names. Round number 1 is called, Hey, what are those Easter eggs doing in my favorite movies? Easter eggs, in case you don't know, besides being a whole Easter thing where you run around the lawn and get jelly beans, they're hidden references and in-jokes that some directors like to, sneak into their movies. Now, I'm going to give you the name of the movie, all right, then some additional info. And then you, or everybody around you, has to guess what the Easter egg is. Cool? All right, here we go. Question number 1 is entitled, Indiana Jones and the Trivia Question of Doom. Now, in Raiders of the Lost Ark, there are some hieroglyphs on the wall of a cave that reference another popular movie. What are they? Is it A, snakes from Snakes on a Plane? B, R2-D2 and C-3PO, C, Minions, or D, Sonic the Hedgehog? Which one do you think it is? What are those hieroglyphs? Snakes on a Plane, that's A. B, R2-D2 and C-3PO. C, Minions, or D, Sonic the Hedgehog? Write down your answers, or think about them. I don't know. Do whatever the hell you like. This is America. Moving on to question number 2. This question is called Star Wars, Revenge of the Reference. So, in Return of the Jedi, right, there are these 3 aliens working on Jabba the Hutt's barge. They have 3 very interesting names. Klaatu, Barada, and Nikto. Now, besides this being a reference to one of my personal favorite films, Army of Darkness, Bruce Campbell fans unite, what is the original film that those 3 characters come from? All right, here we go. Question, that was the question. Here are the answers. Pick one if you like them. A, The Day the Earth Still Stood. B, The Day the Earth is Still Standing. C, The Day the Earth Stood Still. Or D, The Day the Earth stood standing still and is still standing near the Earth while it stood there standing still. Stood. Buick. Which one do you think it is? All right, I'll say it one more time. A, The Day the Earth Still Stood. B, The Day the Earth is Still Standing. C, The Day the Earth Stood Still. Or D, that long one with the Buick. Which one do you think it is? We got one more question to go. Question number 3. Monty Python's The Life of Brian's Meaning of Life with the Holy Grail. And now for something completely different. So, in Monty Python's The Life of Brian, one of the Beatles made a cameo as a person waiting to be healed by Brian. Who was it? Was it A, John, B, Paul, C, George, D, Ringo, or E, Fred? Bet you didn't know about Fred, did you? I don't think Fred knew about it either. So who is it? A, John, B, Paul, C, George, D, Ringo, or E, Fred? All right, so those are your 3 questions. Write down your answers, compare them with your friends. We'll be right back with the answers. Stay tuned. And we're back. Hey guys, it's Steve from Steve's Trivia. Here are your answers for round number 1. So that first question, so this is all about Easter eggs, as you know. The first question was Indiana Jones and the Trivia Question of Doom. Raiders of the Lost Ark. There are some hieroglyphs on the wall of a cave that reference another popular movie. Your choices were A, Snakes on a Plane, B, R2-D2 and C-3PO, C, Minions, or D, Sonic the Hedgehog. The answer is B, R2-D2 and C-3PO. Now, Steven Spielberg, as we all know, loves to put Star Wars references in his movies, since he's also a close friend of George Lucas. They hang out. Star Wars paid him back by placing a couple of ETs in one of the prequels to Star Wars. So it's a big scene, you probably already know about this. If you look really closely, there's a couple of ETs hanging out, doing their ET things. Moving on, question number 2, Star Wars, Revenge of the Reference. Return of the Jedi, 3 aliens working on Jabba the Hutt's barge. There were Klaatu, Barada, and Nikto. Now, aside from Army of Darkness, which we all know is about Bruce Campbell, Evil Dead 2. If you don't know, Google it. The choices were A, the day the Earth still stood. The day the Earth is still standing is B. C is the day the Earth stood still. And D was just like a whole bunch of words, and then the word Buick. The answer is C, the day the Earth stood still. They actually remade that movie, I think, with Keanu Reeves, so you might want to check that out. So, also, just referring back to the previous thing, in case you're wondering, so Klaatu, Barada, Nikto, were the words that the movie's hero from Army of Darkness, Ash Williams, Bruce Campbell, was supposed to say before he lifted the Book of the Dead, aka the Necronomicon, from its base. So, guys, do me a favor, just watch the damn film, Army of Darkness. It's almost like Game of Thrones if it was funny. Which, why not? Question number 3, and final question for our round before we jump into round number 2. Question number 3, Monty Python's The Life of Brian's Meaning of Life with the Holy Grail, and now for something completely different. In Monty Python's The Life of Brian, the Beatles, one of the Beatles, rather, made a cameo as a person waiting to be healed by Brian. Who was it? Everybody knows the Beatles. Some people know Fred. But the answer is actually C, George Harrison. Now, this is an Easter egg because George Harrison actually founded the company called Handmade Films and actually got this movie made. So, awesome. In fact, it's really the main reason why he formed that country. They made a whole bunch of company. They made a whole bunch of other films that are very British and very awesome. So, there you go. All right, gang, so that's it. I hope you're doing well. I will not be keeping your scores. You guys can keep your own scores. We are now moving on to round number 2. Round number 2 is called Them Foreign Movie Titles is Crazy. So here is what this round's all about. For some reason, right, the foreign translations of American movie titles, they really don't kind of seem to make any sense. So for this round, I'm going to give you the American movie title. And you have to guess what the foreign version is. All right, so I give you the American title, then I give you some options, and you have to guess what the foreign movie title is. All right, here we go. Question number 1. The title of the movie is As Good as It Gets. All right, here we go. What is the Chinese translation of this movie? Is it A, Mr. Cat Poop, B, Bingo and His Mental Problems, C, Jack Nicholson's in this movie, or D, That Crazy Man Has a Fear of Germs? So, there you go. The Chinese translation of As Good as It Gets. A, Mr. Cat Poop, B, Bingo and His Mental Problems, C, Jack Nicholson's in this movie, or D, That Crazy Man, he's got a fear of germs. Write down your answers, write them down on a piece of paper, put it on your hand, put it on your neighbor's back, whatever you want to do, go crazy. America, free country. Question number 2, name of the movie, The Dark Knight. All right. What is the name of The Dark Knight in Spain? Here are your choices. A, The Man in the Cape. B, Night of the Night. C, Man who is also a bat. Or D, Donnie Darko. Some people are like, hey, wait a minute. So, in Spain, the Dark Knight is known as either A, the Man in the Cape, B, Knight of the Night, C, Man Who Is Also a Bat. I'm not sure if the hand motions are in it, but, you know. Or D, Donnie Darko. Write down your answers. We're now moving on. Question number 3. The name of the movie is... Are you ready? Are you sitting down? Are you standing? Do whatever you want to do. Question number 3. The name is Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me. What is the name of this movie in Malaysia? A, The Spy Who Did Naughty Things to My Bottom. B, The Spy Who Behaved Very Nicely Around Me. C, The Spy Who Touched Me on My Naughty Boom Boom. Or D, The Spy Who Took Me Out to Dinner and then met my parents and then took out his thing and waved it at me. There's a visual. So, which one of those is the answer? Spy Who Did Naughty Things to My Bottom. B, The Spy Who Behaved Very Nicely Around Me. C, The Spy Who Touched Me in My Naughty Boom Boom. Or D, the thing about the waving and stuff. And yeah. All right, there we go. So those are your 3 questions. We're going to give you the answers right after this. And we are back with your answers for round number 2, entitled, them foreign movie titles is crazy. All right, so here we go. Question number 1. As Good as It Gets. What is the Chinese translation of this movie? Well, it was either A, Mr. Cat Poop, B, Bingo and His Mental Problems, C, Jack Nicholson's in this movie, or D, This Crazy Man Has a Fear of Germs. The answer, ladies and gentlemen, and other, because we're all inclusive here. The answer is A, Mr. Cat Poop. What? Here's the reason. I researched the reason on the internet, because everything on the internet is true. Just go with it. Mr. Cat Poop, in Chinese, and this is absolutely true, Jack Nicholson's character's name is Melvin, okay? And the translation for Melvin sounds a lot like the Chinese word for cat poop. So it's known as Mr. Cat Poop in China. Is Jack Nicholson happy about it? I don't think he cares. You know why? Because he's Jack Nicholson. That's it. The man's awesome. Moving on, question number 2. The Dark Knight. All right. The name of the movie in Spain. So your choices were A, The Man in the Cape, B, Night of the Night, C, Man Who Is Also a Bat, or D, Donnie Darko. Now, if you wrote down Donnie Darko, I want you to stop playing and think about what you did. That's an awesome movie by itself with a big evil bunny. Go see that movie. Answer is actually B, Night of the Night. Night as in medieval night. So, if you don't know, Donnie Darko is actually the name of another movie that is very strange. Like I mentioned, has a gigantic, skeevy little bunny. So just give it a watch. And when you do, enjoy your nightmares. It's pretty funny. Moving on. Question number 3. Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me. The name of this movie in Malaysia. Your choices were A, The Spy Who Did Naughty Things to Me Bottom. B, The Spy Who Behaved Very Nicely Around Me. C, The Spy Who Touched Me on My Naughty Boom Boom. Or D, that long one that I mentioned and the waving of the thing. All right, the answer is B, The Spy Who Behaved Very Nicely Around Me. Actually, so using the word shag made some other countries very uncomfortable. I think we all know by now what shag means. If you don't know, look it up in the Urban Dictionary, or just ask an English or British friend of yours. So Malaysia, they had to actually change the word. Some actually British movie theater owners just kind of put up Austin Powers 2, on the marquee, so they couldn't do that. So there we go, folks. That was round number 2. Hey, everybody. Guess what? Time for round number 3. Yeah. So like I mentioned, every round is going to be different. Every round has a different theme. So round number 3, here is your theme. Wait, these are actual jobs? Are you kidding me? You kidding me, right? That's the theme. So I'm going to post or say, I'd rather just say them. If I post them, how the hell are you going to see them? 3 names of jobs, all right? And you, I'm still talking to you. You have to guess which one of these jobs is actually real, all right? Here we go. Question number 1. Which one of these 3 jobs is real? Number. Yeah, let's call it that. Number A, because I like to break the mold. A, scuba diving pizza delivery person. Okay. B, Angry Bird capture artist. Or C, cat poop smell organizer. All right. So those are your 3 choices. I looked them up on the internet. Like I mentioned before, if it's on the internet, everything is true on the internet. Some of these, if they may be jobs, I don't know about them, but for the purpose of this, we're going to say these are true. And I did 3 checks to make sure that these were true. All right, so it's A, scuba diving pizza delivery person. I said person. Could be a man or a woman or other. B, Angry Bird capture artist. Or C, cat poop smell organizer. All right, so those are your 3 choices. Write down A, B, or C. If you write down D, you're just going to be wrong. And we're all going to laugh at you. I mean, in a good way. I don't want you to feel bad about yourself. Moving on, question number 2. Which one of these 3 jobs, or 3 jobs, either 3 jobs or 3 jobs, is real? A, cow tickler. B, snake milker. Or C, frog humper. I'm just going to let that lay there. All right, so it's A, cow tickler, B, snake milker, or C, frog humper. Was that a band back in the 70s? Somebody check on that. All right, and finally, question number 3. Here are your 3 choices. Which one of these jobs is real? A, full-time Netflix viewer. B, part-time Slinky taster, not tester. These people taste Slinkies, and they do it part-time, because if you did it full-time, where are the benefits? Or C, get ready for this one, temporary butt contractor. And that's B-U-T-T. It's the butt you're thinking about. So A, full-time Netflix viewer. B, part-time Slinky taster. Or C, temporary butt contractor. Which one of those 3 is real? So those are your 3 questions for round number 3. We'll be right back with the answers right after this. Where am I? I wrote this book.
You wrote that book.
I'm a writer.
You're a writer.
Yeah.
I'm an editor.
Really?
Yeah, wow.
Who would have thought at a park in Malvern I would meet a woman who's an editor?
That's funny.
Hanging out at that place, the Reese Park place. Right. And reading my book, and then look, this girl shows up. Yeah, it happened. I did that.
Guy Steve that I just met, and he seems really cool. Like, we just sort of met and hit it off. Drinking like this. Why can't baby? Perfect. Okay.
Smoking.
Huh? Old kitten caboodle.
No,
Kid and caboodle? What?
you should have known right away it was going to be a bad date. He starts making fun of them.
Dump them. Get rid of them already.
Fun of the paint, they're so cute.
I drove.
too nice. You need to leave me alone.
Yeah, I just want to find like a nice guy, just have a normal night out.
That nice guy thing you always do it's not going to work for you. And
Speaking of that, remember that woman you set me up with? What was it, Cheryl?
Well, wow. Well, your mouth is saying friends, but your eyes are saying stab, stab, stab. And
Oh, stop. The woman, like, burned her name in gasoline on my lawn.
I'm thinking maybe we should network.
What are you, live vlogging our date?
Like it's too much. It's
All right,
just
then you just
overkill.
gotta decide. Trevor's a really nice guy. Why don't you go out with Trevor?
No, because he
I
doesn't
don't
get
have
it.
a puppy dog
It's too
either.
much.
So I'm tired of it.
Yeah?
What?
It's just a thing.
I'm dying here.
No, yet.
Don't treat women like you think they should be treated. Just treat them like regular people. Oh yeah, we're back. Here are your answers for round number 3. Hope you wrote them down. If you didn't write them down, I'm going to have to arrest you. People are on the way. Do what you gotta do. All right, here we go. Round number 3. The theme of this is... Wait, these are actual jobs? Are you kidding me? Hey! You kidding me, right? No, these are actual... One of these is actually a job. So, it was either A, scuba diving pizza delivery person, B, Angry Bird capture artist, or C, cat poop smell organizer. The answer, ladies, gentlemen, and other. A, scuba diving pizza delivery person. You may be thinking to yourself, hey, Steve. Hey, Steve. How is this a real thing? I'll tell you. So there's this underwater hotel in Florida. There's a sentence I never thought I would say. And whenever people order pizza, it's up to the scuba diving pizza delivery person to be the hero and make underwater pizza happen. God bless America. Moving on. Which one of these 3 is real? A, this is question number 2, in case you're keeping score. And if you're not, what the hell are you doing? A, cow tickler, B, snake milker, or C, frog humper. Were you hoping that it was frog humper? If you were, seek therapy. The answer is actually B, snake milker. Yeah. Okay, so it's entirely possible that both A and C exist, and if they do, what the hell? But there's no record of payment for those. Those just, they just could be hobbies. But the job of snake milker, okay, is to collect the venom of the poisonous snakes and then put it into jars for anti-venom, all right? So if there's health insurance for this, damn, that premium. Yikes. And finally, question number 3. Which one of these 3 is real? Full-time Netflix viewer was A. B was a part-time slinky taster, or C, a temporary, not a full-time, mind you, a temporary butt contractor. The answer, ladies and gentlemen, is A, full-time Netflix viewer. So Netflix actually hired somebody, I think it was just one person, I'm not sure if it was a bunch of people, to watch all of their programming before it even gets on the air, and you got to categorize it so viewers can find out what show they want to watch. I honestly don't know what kind of resume you need for this job, but I feel like that I have been training for this job my entire life. Let's hope that there's a tie-in with Doritos. I will be sponsored by Doritos and just never leave the couch if this is the job. Alright guys, so that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the show for Steve's Trivia. Hey, you want to see me do this live? Well, contact me. Go to my website. It is SteveStrangioProductions.com. If I did my job right, it's right down here somewhere. So SteveStrangioProductions.com. For now, we're going to be doing these things on a pretty regular basis right here, so keep watching. Get your friends together. Have yourselves a party. Eat some Doritos, sit on the couch. Doritos hasn't sponsored me, but if they want to, I'm available. So let me know what you think. Steve, for Steve's Trivia, thanks so much for watching. See you guys soon.